Well, no one listens anyway, do they? So, but I think, yeah, I mean, we've obviously covered we've covered Kane off there, haven't we?
Well, I think so. Yeah.
You know, we've touched on Lo Celso. You know, we've been through Vitesse and obviously the West Ham game. But I think obviously looking forwards, we've got some difficult fixtures coming up, haven't we? We've got
Burnley.
Burnley Wednesday in the Haribo Cup, followed by Man United on Saturday, which will be an absolute beer fest, and no doubt I'll get in trouble.
Will that be the end of Nuno if we lose against United?
Do you know what?
That would be very actually, that's a really interesting point.
Yeah, Nuno. What's going to go on with him? That's a very good point, Andy.
But I mean, if we get rid of him, who do you get in? You know, who's available?
Ryan Mason.
Yeah, no, God, just imagine if we went back to that. Oh, Jesus Christ!
It's too early. I genuinely think it's too early in the season. I don't think they're going to make a decision based on this game this weekend. I don't see it. I think it's too early in the season to make that call.
It probably is, and
not by much.
It rightfully is. I think you should give a manager a long time really to build a team, but I don't think they will give Nuno the time because that's just not the way they work, is it?
But then it goes back to your other question, and then who? And some of the names I saw bantered around. Eric Ten Hag. Then Ten Hag. As you said, Potter's name came up again. This one, that one. It's like, but these guys are all in jobs, and again, why are they going to come to this? Why are they going to take the poison chalice of this
exactly.
Stuff? I don't see it happening.
No,
but I mean, what do we do then? Do we just yes? I mean, Poch was sacked in November, wasn't he? A couple of years ago.
He was.
That's true. But but he had 3 or 4 seasons, and there was all the messaging in the summer, which was it was all off the boil and everything else like that, and we had the summer of discontent and all these sorts of things going on, even before that a little bit. So it's very different from maybe a manager who's, I wouldn't say over the hill, but had peaked in our club versus someone who's just getting going.
But I mean, Paratici's got to be having meetings with Nuno on a regular basis. I mean, they've obviously they've obviously discussed the club's DNA and the way the fans want to play. We absolutely got spanked by Arsenal a few weeks ago, didn't we? And it doesn't seem to.
You can see the way we're playing that Nuno's trying to get us playing through the midfield. You can see that, but it's not working.
Yeah, but even when you looked at the game yesterday, we were moving the ball so slowly. West Ham got 11 players back behind the ball.
Exactly.
And they were really tight and compact in defence and midfield. So what did we try and do? We tried to walk through the middle of them.
Yeah.
Rather than using a bit of width and just to try and get a bit of creativity and whipping a few balls in there, because they're a big team as well.
Yeah. And there was only Kane in the middle, so he didn't have a chance really.
Yeah, exactly that. So I think my prediction for Nuno is, obviously we've got the game against Burnley. I can see us probably scraping that. Then we've got Man United Saturday. You can see Ronaldo suddenly being player manager or something and banging in about 7 goals.
God, yeah, I didn't think of that. Yeah, he could well be player manager, couldn't he?
Yeah. Then Vitesse the next week, then Everton, then Leeds.
Yeah.
So I think give it until the end of November.
I might just go and buy a big kind of bag of heroin or something and just inject it next week.
What, through your eyeballs?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Just get Train Spotting on and just go for it. Yeah.
Yeah, well, just be careful where you do that. Don't do it at Redemption, because obviously Andy will, have to sort out, an ambulance for you and.
It damages Google rating.
Yeah, I don't want to put Andy out. Yeah, you're right there. So
I'm pretty sure Andy won't want to give you CPR or the kiss.
No, I'm sure he won't. No, no, that's very true.
So, Andy, in terms of your prediction for Nuno, will he be in a job at the end of the season? What's your gut feel?
No, I don't think he'll be in a job at the end of the season. I think he'll be gone by then, because the problem is with everything in life, it always tends towards chaos unless you actually do something about it. So we're not doing anything about it, so it's just going to get worse. It's just going to get more disorganized and disjointed. and in the end, it will just be forced to happen because we'll lose too many games. But I think our team's good enough that, you know, if we got the right replacement in, we've got a good chance of having an end to a season that we could be a little bit proud of.
I can just see things getting a bit toxic. If they aren't already toxic, we've already touched on the fact that the B team went out to Vitesse on Thursday. Those players, I mean, Sanchez, we paid 45 million, 42 million for him, didn't we? And you know, you can't get a look in at the moment. So, you know, we're just going to have a core of players, you know, reading between the lines that, you know, like when Mourinho was there, you know, you've got the players that want to cause a bit of aggro. I mean, Winks doesn't look happy whatsoever. No. And you don't know what's going on in the background, do you, with Harry Kane? I mean, everyone's got WhatsApp groups, and, you know, you've got groups for WhatsApp, and then you've got splinter groups off the side there and this and that. Surely you do. You know,
I'm sure. Yeah.
They're all going to be talking. They're all going to be talking to each other in the background there, aren't they? So it's
of course. And if things aren't going good, they're probably talking more than if things are going well.
Yeah. Exactly.
So God knows what they're talking about, you know. And I'm sure eventually, like all changing rooms, they'll, you know, not necessarily want to down tools for Nuno, but they'll get to the position where they just don't feel this can continue, and things will be said to Levy and Paratici and what have you, and in the end, something will have to happen.
Yeah, exactly. And again, the point that you made about Nuno only being on a 2-year deal, that doesn't look good. That doesn't look good to anyone, does it? Inside the club or outside the club. So, you know, it's not an appointment where you're looking for the future. You're looking to the future. Nuno is not the boss they want in charge to rebuild. He's just you would have been better off putting Ryan Mason in there, probably.
Maybe. I just think we just didn't really. Well, obviously, we didn't pay enough for the person that we wanted. You know, because if you put enough money out there, then you're going to get what you want, aren't you? Because people will move. But
obviously,
there we are.
But then we had Paulo Fonseca lined up, didn't we? And then suddenly he got kicked into the long grass because Gattuso came up. And I don't know what is so amazing about Gattuso. I think it was his links, wasn't it, to who's his agent? It was the agent, wasn't it, that was the key?
Oh, was it?
Yeah. The agent has, you know, various players on his book apparently, and
okay. I didn't know that, but maybe I mean, I'm sure there was a reason for it. Yeah.
Oh, it's just a fucking mess, isn't it?
It is.
Let's just all go and support Man City or Newcastle.
I'll tell you what I've done.
Apparently, they're an up-and-coming club.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they got new owners, haven't they? Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, amazing.
I recently, as you may have seen, I recently became a fan owner of Lewes Football Club in.
Amazing! Oh, is that a thing?
Yeah, because it's a fan-owned club.
Right.
So there's about 2,000 of us, and we pay, you know, a bit per month, and that just becomes your one share, one vote thing in the club.
Oh.
And so I'm going to go down and watch Lewes a bit. Yeah.
But
nice.
But were you a fan before, or are you just a glory hunter, or in it for the business? You're in it from a business perspective. It's
I'm certainly not. Yeah, exactly. I'm going to build a new stadium down there. Yeah, that's right.
So you can have fish and chips whenever you want.
Yeah, exactly. No, I just want to go down and watch some football without all the paraphernalia and shit that surrounds Premiership football. It's just, you know, elite football is just so full of crap that I just want to go and see a club that actually has equality, and, you know, they've got campaigns against gambling ads on the shirts,
right?
Things like that. They're just they're a great club, really good.
You just want to bring paving to the non-league football, don't you?
I do, actually. That is
because there's less security cameras there, and you're less likely to be nicked.
That's right. Yeah, you're right there.
He's basically trying to get a team.
You can take a beer out to the game, so you know, it's.
What? So you can throw it at the players?
Yeah, throw it at the players. Yeah, exactly.
Well, maybe. I sometimes we've got a place down in Hove, so maybe sometime I'll pop across and join you.
Yeah, well, I mean, the Dripping Pan which is the ground, is an amazing place. It's got surrounded by a flint wall, which is protected. So you've got this kind of setting in the middle of the downs where
Right.
Lewes kind of is,
Yeah.
and then you've got this lovely little club, lovely little pitch, and they were founded in 1885, so they're older than Spurs, as old as Spurs,
Oh, yeah.
and they've been around for ages, and they're just a bit of a fun club, I think. Yeah.
And then what will happen is, like with every football club, you see what's happening with Spurs at the moment, and day trippers and all these various food options,
Exactly.
and craft beer, and people moaning about it. You're going to turn Lewes into one of these hipster clubs, aren't you? And their existing fans will hate.
I'll tell you what, mate, they're more hipster than I'll ever be. I think they're already pretty hipster. So.
Craft beer everywhere. They
do have craft beer there, yeah.
You'll be demanding tofu at half time. And...
well, I'll tell you what. In fact, I bought a book the other day, which, as a result of me doing this, and it's I think it's called Britain's Top Grounds or something like that. And Lewes, the Dripping Pan, came number 1 in that book. And one of the quotes in there is that at the Dripping Pan, it's about the only ground in the country that you could actually eat humus and not get laughed at.
Unless you call it, if you call it humus, then you will get laughed at.
Yeah, exactly. You would. Yeah.
For a split second, I thought you were going to say it's the only ground where you can eat humans and not be laughed at.
I should have said hummus, but there we are. Yeah. I was using the Greek pronunciation rather than the Turkish.
I see. As opposed to the North London.
Yeah, North London. Yeah, exactly, exactly. Anyway, so we've got some games coming up, as we alluded to or mentioned earlier. So we've got Burnley. What do we think, guys? What are we going to do? Are we going to take a strong team up there, or will Nuno do his second team up in Turf Moor and get hammered 4-0 by Chris? What's his name?
Chris Woods. Chris Woods.
I've got a feeling it's going to end badly.
And
not because I think he's just going to go. He's going to say, where again. I always come back to the KPIs, whatever it is. It's like, sure, I think Carabao Cup is a thing, but I'm not sure it's as serious as getting back into the top 4. So I think he might take a few, as we said before, he'll take a few first teamers with him to bail him out or try and bail him out.
Yeah,
and I think he's going to go with the youth side.
Yeah, I think he will. What do you think, Jamie?
I think we'll end up going to penalties and we'll lose on penalties. Chris Woods is going to score all of the penalties for Burnley, every single one.
He's going to do it in disguise, is he?
He is. Yeah, he'll have one of those small noses and a big nose, and then a big moustache, and then everyone will be going, "Who's this Mexican fella coming on?" And he'll have a sombrero on, and a big droopy moustache, and
yeah. I'd love to see that. Actually, I would love to see that.
That would be good, wouldn't it? I'm not holding out a lot of hope, really.
No. So, what do you think the score will be?
I think it'll be 1-1 at full time. We're going to have one shot on target. We'll score one goal, and then we'll just play back passes until full time, and then we'll lose on penalties. 4-2.
Oh, it's just so much to look forward to.
It is, yeah. I can't wait to wake up. I'm hoping I don't wake up on Wednesday.
What about you, Simon? What do you think? What are you going for?
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to decide between whether it's going to be 1-1 or 0-0, because it'll all be very defensive and all that kind of thing. But I think it's going to be in that sort of realm. If it comes to penalties, well, if it goes to penalties, I think we should squeak it. If it goes to penalties, I think we should squeak it. Sorry?
On the basis of what?
Just on the basis, well, okay, actually, this is a problem. Because then I'm saying, well, because I think he'll make some tactical exchanges in the last 15 minutes or whatever it is. And, at least we'll have some decent striker, some actual penalty takers on the pitch.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of just hoping that we are going to nudge it, but I'm not convinced. I'm just praying.
Yeah. I think we'll get bullied up there. And because we won't play Dyer or Romero. We'll play Sanchez and Rodon, and I think we'll get